Today we are going to start with the second session of inheritance chapter. In the first session we explained regarding what do you mean by inheritance, what are the advantages of inheritance, how to define inheritance. Regarding that already you come to know. Once again I am to recall that and then I am to continue with this session. Inheritance is the process of acquiring the properties from base class to derived class. ಹಾಗಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸನ್ನು ಬೇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಂದ ಡಿರೈವ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗೆ ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಇನ್ಹೆರಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Whereas base class is nothing but existing class and derived class is nothing but a new class. Then what are the advantages on this inheritance? Easy to maintain the code. With that, easy to write the code. Code can be reused, easy to extend. Memory utilization is very less. These are the few advantages of inheritance. Already we explained in the previous class. With that we have explained regarding how to define the inheritance. The syntax also we explained. Today I am to explain the syntax once again and then I am to continue with this concept. Whereas while writing syntax, first we have to write class, then next derived class, then next we used to write colon, visibility mode, at the end we used to write base class. This is the syntax we explained. Derived class is the new class and base class is the existing class. Visibility mode will controls the access specifiers of the base class in the derived class. ಹಾಗಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಡೇಟಾ, ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್, ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ ಡಿರೈವ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸು, ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದಾ, ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವಿಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಮೋಡ್ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸಿಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ವಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ಡ್. Class, derived class, colon, visibility mode, then base class. Today I am to explain one program regarding inheritance. There we used to write one question for that. First I am to write the question, create a base class containing data members, roll number and name. Also create a member function to read and display the data using single level inheritance. Create a derived class. That contains marks of two subjects and total marks has data member. Consider this is the program, this is your lab program, 11th program. Here create a base class containing the data members, roll number and name. Also create a member function to read and display the data using the concept of single level inheritance. Then with that you have to create a derived class. You have to create a derived class that contains the marks of two subjects and you have to find the total. From this what exactly I come to know? You have to create one base class. There I am going to take student. is the base class. On this base class, we have two data members. One is roll number and one more is name. One is roll number and one more is name. Two data members here we are collected. I also create a member function to read and display. Whatever data members you have selected, that you have to read and display. They have a base class. On that base class, two data members, roll number and name. These two, roll number and name, we have to input and then we have to display. Next, once again, you have to create a derived class that contains marks of two subjects. Then marks will be the derived class. There we have selected two data members, marks 1 and marks 2. Two data members you have to select. On this you have to find total. There also we have to read and display the value. See, from this what exactly I come to know? We have to create two classes in the same program. One first class is student and the second class is marks. This is the student is the base class. Student is the base class and marks is the derived class. We are creating two classes, one is student and one more is marks. The students having data members, roll number and name, whereas marks having data members, marks 1 and marks 2. In both the cases, you have to read and display the value. This is the agenda of the program. Now, we will explain this program one by one, how to create the class of base class as well as derived class. Now, first, as usual, we want to start with the header file as include iostream.h. This is the supporting header file for cin as well as cout. And the program alli cin matte cout work aagbeku ee header file irbeku. Then next as include conio.h. This is the supporting header file for clear screen as well as getch function. What is the aim of our program? We have to create two classes. One is student and one more is marks. Then first I am to create the base class student. How to create a base class student? First start with the keyword class. The base class name I am going to write it as student. Student is the base class. On this, in private section we have to declare the variables. In private section we are declaring the variable. Which is the first variable? Roll number and second data member is name. Roll number antandavaga which data type it will take, where it may be in integer format. That's why I am going to take private int roll number. First data members I declared. Next one more I need, that is name. Name annuvaaga nanu direct agi string format alli tagolodakagala. Then what I have to do? I have to take it in character format. Character format. Name. If I am going to write only this much, semicolon, if I am going to write only this much, then only one character it will take. That's why inside the bracket I am to write around 20 characters. Whereas name is in the format of string format. What do you mean by string? String is nothing but collection of characters. Naan illi direct agi string format alli madodakagalla anta heli character format tagondirtini, data type. Ee character annuvaga one character tagolutte. Inside the bracket if I am to write 20 or 10 anta baradre 10 character tagolutte, 20 anta kottare 20 character tagolutte. I am declaring roll number as well as name. First I declared base class student. There two data members, roll number and name. What is the next thing? I have to read and display this value. Then in public section we have to write the statement, or we have to write the functions of read as well as display. Then void get data function. First I am to write read function. Read function and get data anta karitini. Inside this, what I want to write? I want to display enter the value or enter the value of roll number as well as name. I want to display the value, then cout I have to take. Cout insertion operator inside the double quotes. Enter roll number and name. It is an output statement. That's why cout here I took. Inside the double quotes, whatever thing I am to write, as it is, it will display. Then C in extraction operator, first I am to take a roll number. I am going to input roll number, extraction operator, name. Here two variables, one is roll number, two data members, one is roll number and one more is name. Here we are input. Then we will close this function. This is the get data, one function. Here I open and here I close it. What is the next thing I want to do? I want to display these two values. Then void display function. Void display function. Here I just input madidini. Next what I want to do? I want to display these two values. Then here cout name equals. First here I took roll number. That's why I am to take roll number equals. Roll number equals. Inside the double quotes, whatever thing I am to write, as it is, it will display. Then insertion operator, roll number. Then next cout name equals. Then display the name value. Then close this function. Whereas student is a base class, here two data members, roll number and name. These two data members, here I inputted and here I displayed. Then what is the next thing? Here I open the class, that here I am to close. Class open madirodu, illi close martivi. This is your base class. Next I am to write the derived class. Derived class yaudina baribeku? Marks na baribeku. Whereas already explained regarding the syntax. First how to write the syntax? Class derived class colon visibility mode, then base class. This is a syntax I told you, is it? No. Now how to create the derived class? First I have to use the keyword class. What is the derived class? Here we have marks is the derived class. Marks. What's the next thing I have to write? Here I have to put colon. Yaude karanakku illi semicolon hakbardu. Compulsory you have to write colon. Colon. What's the next thing? Visibility mode. Here I am to write public. Public. What is the base class here? The base class is student. Base class is student. Now is it clear? From this I am creating a new class called as marks. This marks acquire the properties of base class, that is student. Andre ee derived class marks annodu enide, aa marks annodu derived base class enide student inda properties inda tagondide. Now I am to start the derived class. First I am declaring the data members in private section. Private. Which of the data members are required for marks? Marks 1, marks 2 as well as total. Then how to find this? How to declare the variables? For example, int marks 1, comma marks 2, comma total. Declare the data members. Next in public section, declare the functions. How to define the functions? How to define the functions? First I am to write void. Already I given one function name as get data in the base class student. Ivaga innondu base class derived class ke innondu functions beku. Here I took get data, now I am to write it as get data 1. Get data 1 is the function of marks class. Now here which are the variables here I have to import? I have to input marks 1 and marks 2, then I have to find total. Then cout insertion operator, enter 2 marks. Then input that value, say in extraction operator M1, extraction operator M2. Then find the total. How to find total? Total equals M1 plus M2. Then close this function. Andre get data 1 function alli en madidini, marks 1 marks 2 input ಮಾಡಿ total ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Next I want to display that value. Then void display. Whereas already I took display in student. If you want to take display also, otherwise display 1. Confusion ಆಗೋದು ಬೇಡ ಅಂದ್ರೆ display 1 ಅಂತ ತಗೋತೀನಿ. Get data, display ಇವೆರಡು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ functions, whereas get data 1, display 1 is the functions of marks. Here I am going to display the value. Cout marks 1 equals marks 1 equals display the marks 1 value M1. Then Cout marks 2 equals display marks 2 value M2. Then display the total also. Cout total marks equals display the total. Then close this function. Now is it clear? Now here I close it one class. Next which one I have to close? I have to close the marks class. How to close? Here put semicolon after writing the flower bracket. Here I opened that, here I am going to closing. Now is it clear? Here I opened the student class, here I close it, and here I opened marks class, here I close it. What is the next thing? How to write the main program. How to write main program now? As usual, void main. Here create the object. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. Whereas for student one class is there, marks is also one class. ನೀವು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ get data and display function you can use. Marks ಗೆ ನೀವು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ then you can access the properties of the base class, that is student. ಅಂದ್ರೆ get data display, get data display, get data 1, display 1, all the function I can able to access here. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ. ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದ್ರ ಮೂಲಕ ನೀವು ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ only get data and display function you can able to use. If I want to use all the functions, then you have to create object for marks class. Then while creating object marks, then object. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾಕೆ ನಾ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ? ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು? get data and display function only I can use. Marks ಗೆ ನಾನು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ I can able to use get data 1, display 1 as well as get data display, because this marks is derived from acquire the properties from student class. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬೇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ನೀವು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ all the data, all the function you can able to access. Then next after that call the functions one by one. Object dot whichever you want you can call. For example, first I am to take get data function. Get data function I am to call get data function. Next object dot get data 1. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Enter roll number and name, then input that value. Then next you are going to get enter 2 marks, marks 1 and marks 2 you can able to input. Then object dot next I want to display the value, display function dot display function. Next call object dot display 1 function. Next get ch, close the main program which you opened. Now is it clear? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು? derived class ಅನ್ನ ಯಾವ ತರ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. What is the main use of this? See, once again to explain this entire program. In this program we had 2 classes, one is student class and one more is marks class. In student class we have 2 data members, one is roll number and name. In marks class we have 3 data members, marks 1, marks 2 as well as total. Here I am going to input the value as well as display the value. Here also I am going to input marks 1, marks 2 and then I am to display marks 1, marks 2 as well as total. While creating object, I am going to creating object for the derived class. Derived class ಗೆ object ಅನ್ನ create ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. Derived class ಗೆ object ಅನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ create ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ this derived class having the properties of base class also. That's why if I'm going to create object for the derived class, then I can able to access all the data members as well as member function of base class as well as derived class. This is regarding your inheritance program. Once again, to recall the entire thing, inheritance is nothing but process of acquiring the properties from base class to derived class. Base class is nothing but existing class. Derived class is nothing but new class. What are the advantages? Code can be reused. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಬೇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಕೋಡ್ ಬರ್ದೀವಿ ಆ ಕೋಡನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಿರೈವ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. Only one sentence I have to write. It is derived from the base class student. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೋಡನ್ನ reuse ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Code can be reused. Once if I am going to reuse the code, obviously the time consumption will be reduced. Second advantage. Then next, here memory utilization is very less. Memory ಬರೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೋಡ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, obviously it will reduce us. Easy to maintain, easy to extend also. These are the few advantages of inheritance. Next class, I am to explain the different types of inheritance. Thank you for all of you.